Divide the following using long division. You have 3x cubed minus 7x plus 5 over x minus 6. So the way we write this is that we leave the denominator out and we put the numerator inside this little house. Now notice that there's an x cubed term and an x term and an x to the 0 term, which is just a constant term, but there's no x squared term. So what is a good trick to use so as to not get confused is to add a plus 0x squared to the mix. And what this is going to do is that it's going to help you sort of organize better. So whenever you see an exponent missing, you should just fill it in with a 0 times whatever exponent that variable is taken to. Since it's just going to be equal to 0 anyway, we're not really changing anything. But it will help organize the process. So we follow the 4 basic steps to long divide, the first being to estimate. So we want to estimate, firstly, in this case, 3x cubed over x, right? So the first term in the polynomial inside over the first term in the polynomial outside. So 3x cubed over x is going to give us 3x squared. So we want to write 3x squared up here. Then the second step is to multiply. And in this case, we want to multiply 3x squared by x times 6. Right? Just like in the numbers case, just like in the real numbers case, when we do long division, the same thing works here. So 3x squared times x minus 6 is going to give us 3x cubed minus 18x squared. So we want to write this down. 3x cubed minus 18x squared. Then the third step is to subtract. So we want to subtract the top part from the bottom part. And when we subtract, if we distribute this negative in, the negative 3x cubed is going to turn, the 3x cubed is going to become negative, and the 18x squared is going to become positive. So then when we do our subtraction, the 3x cubes are going to cancel out, and what are we going to get? We're going to get 0x squared plus 18x squared is just 18x squared. And so now you see where that 0x squared comes in handy, right? It's less confusing that way. And then the final step is to bring down the following term. So in this case, we want to bring down that negative 7x. And then what we do after this is that we repeat until we can't repeat anymore. So now again, let's erase all this scratch work so we can do it once more. Now we want to estimate, instead of 3x cubed, we want to estimate 18x squared into x. So 18x squared over x is just going to give us 18x, right? So we want to add 18x here. So when we multiply 18x by x minus 6, we get 18x squared minus 108x. So writing that down, we get 18x squared minus 108x. And then when we subtract, what that's going to do is turn this sign negative and this sign positive. So when we combine, the 18x squareds are going to cancel out, which is what we wanted. And then we have negative 7x plus 108x, which is going to give us positive 101x. And then step 4 is to bring down that last term, which is just a 5. So now, since we're not done, 101x plus 5 can go into x minus 6, we have to do this again. So now we estimate 101x over x, and that's just going to give us 101. So the next step is multiply. So 101 times x minus 6 is 101x minus 606, which we want to write down here. So then the third step, when we subtract, this sign is going to become negative and this sign is going to become positive. So the 101x's cancel out since there's a negative and a positive, and then we have plus 5 plus 606, which gives us 611. And now we can't estimate 611 into x minus 6, so this is our remainder. So how we write our remainder is put the remainder term over what's outside the house, or the original denominator. So our final solution is 3x squared plus 18x plus 101 plus 611 over x minus 6.